Hey guys, Christine here with a kit tips tutorial on these little mini notebooks. There's a whole new set of travel adventure related little mini notebooks. This one I just used plain paper to show the process, and this is what comes with the kit. And originally it was part of the tutorial for this kit as well, the treasure box fake book box, but I decided to split it out because even though I designed them thinking, well, they could go in here and you could have all the states in each of their regions, I thought that there's really no reason to have the tutorial for just making the books as part of this longer video. So now that I've made this video longer, let's get to work. Alright, so first we want to cut out our covers, and to do that, take Maine here. I'm going to take my knife and just give it a little score down the center, and then just trim the artwork. Okay, and then we give it a fold on our score and a little burnish. Alright, so we leave that for now. So I've also printed interior pages, and I just printed each of the two on different sides of 3 pieces of paper. So now these are 8.5 by 11 regular 24-pound copy paper. I'm going to now slice them in half, so they're 8.5 by 5.5. Okay, so now if I turn these over, they're right side up. Unfortunately, I didn't think about that when I printed on the back side. So I think it's more important that the numbers be right side up because I'm just OCD enough to care. So I'm going to leave them this way. But keep that in mind if you're going to be flipping, printing two-sided and using these images. You might flip one. All right, so I've just folded them in half. And I'm going to stick them in. Beautiful. And now we just want to sew them in. So that's really easy. Take a little needle. Where's my favorite? I think that's it. You can use any kind of thread you want, upholstery thread, embroidery thread. I'm going to use a piece of actual bookbinding thread. Paint. It's been a busy morning. Alright, so now you can punch these ahead of time. It's sort of not necessary, but I'll show you how to do it. Oh, come on. Here I am with my needle issues. There we go. Okay. So basically, take any book, any decent sized book. I'm going to stick it in the center. Take your awl, find about the center of your notebook and push it down. And now about a 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch from each end. I'm going to do the same. Okay, easy peasy. So now you need to decide if you want the knot and the strings, the tails, to be on the inside or the outside. I'm going on the inside for this one. Just going to send it into the center hole. Hold on to it with my thumb. I don't think I need to clamp it. It's a pretty straightforward sew. I'm coming down into one of the end holes. There we go. Now, ow. Now all the way down to the other end hole. Move that to one side. And now we're going to go back through the center hole, trying to not catch our previous threads, but coming out on the other side of them. So we have our center thread is in between our two tails. And then the knot. So a nice simple double knot will do. And then trim. All right, so now if you close it, you see you have an issue. These pages are longer, and they are because they're designed that way, so that now we can trim to our edge. And that'll give us a nice straight book block. So a few simple, easy swipes with a knife is the best. You don't want to force it or bully it. Just let it do its thing until they all disappear. And now you've got your notebook. And I always, what do you call it? Do the corners. Okay, so let's do a 1/2 inch. You could usually do each side at once with this. There we go. Perfect. All right, so that's done. So that's the sewing way. And now I'm going to show you a no-sew version. All right, so I have a new cover. And I've done the same thing. I scored at the fold and I trimmed the artwork. And I'm going to use that as my cover. Let me give it some love here. And I'm just using blank paper for this one. Let me move these. And I'm going to do the same thing. These are letter size sheets. I'm going to cut them in half on the 11-inch side. So they are 5.5 by 8.5. I think I have 5 sheets total. So that now gives me 10, which is a little much for this. I'm going to take 2 out. And I'm just going to fold them in half like this. Fold them in half. And score them really well. I mean, not score, burnish them so that they will fit in here like so. Just kind of do a test fit. That's good. All right, so now I am going to round all these corners, including those on the spine. I'm going to do the same thing for the pages. They don't want to do it all at the same time, or I'm just not strong enough, which is very possible these days. So I'm going to take them out and do it. There we go. Just keep tapping them down to line them up. These sides. There we go. Stick these back in, stick these in here, and just see how I'm doing alignment wise. Good. Great. All right, so now you're going to take your thread of any type and again, embroidery floss, upholstery thread, come to the center and them through the center. Take some clamps just to help keep everything in place. You could use paper clips, really anything. And now you're just going to tie a knot. And now you have a no-sew, and you could have put the knot on the inside as well. So now we do the same thing. We trim to the edge, and then we'll have to round the corners. All right, so now I just need to round these corners. There you go. So now what I would do, you have a finished notebook, super easy, no sewing, just tie it with thread. As long as you make a notch by rounding the spine corners, it'll stay together. All right, so 2 ways to do it. Of course, ink the edges and do any other embellishments that you like, but there you can see easy ways to put together these notebooks.